Have a great day.
You too, thank you.
But it's basically that facility producing enriched uranium. When we started in 42, 43, we needed to build a weapon. So we developed the uranium-235 weapon because it was the easiest to do, and we had the facilities. We created the facilities so we could do them kind of in secret.
McAfee says that today in the U.S., those spent fuel...
Thank you. Have a nice day.
They're just stored and protected on site at nuclear power plants or in special storage facilities.
We have a lot of spent fuel. It's in economic history. We have a lot of spent fuel standing next to reactors throughout the 104 reactors in the United States. If we reprocess that fuel, we would generate enough fuel to keep reactors going for a very long time without mining more uranium, without switching to the other type of reactor, the thorium cycle.
So where is thorium research going in this country? Is there a chance we could be seeing LFCRs in the near future? Taiwan says there's a small reactor design being put forth now that can use thorium or uranium in its fuel cycle. It's called STAR, stands for Small Sealed Transportable Autonomous Reactor. The idea is that nuclear energy can be scaled to the needs of a particular situation and portable so that power can be generated wherever it's needed.
Some of these posters are more than just trying to see power available or used for just efficient delivery where we don't have connected to the phone. That is why the concept there is to capture to rather than having access to the efficient pricing the insertion associated of these
However, Taiwan says their funding for the research has been low in years. It hopes that interest in it will begin to rise once again. Zimmer says that he thinks we could see thorium reactors within the decade if the government and the private sector really want it to happen.
GE and Westinghouse, so those are then developed for commercial reactors and such. The private sector is going to have to play a big role in this as well. But I think it can be done pretty quickly. I don't know. Here again, it's not, shall I say, a really educated opinion, but it would seem to me that you could, within 10 years, have these things at the point where they could then start to license them, build them, put them online, and they certainly can be built a whole lot faster than uranium reactors. I mean, these things can be built as a modular type of thing. Just get pieces, assemble it, and then you're off and running.
If you'd like to find out more about thorium reactors, you can log on to Argonne National Laboratory's site at anl.gov. For a look inside Villanova University, visit them at villanova.edu. And for more information on Arcadia University in Glenside, Pennsylvania, log on to arcadia.edu. To learn more about all of our guests, you can log on to our site at viewpointsonline.net. I'm Reed Patterson.
Coming up, homesteading in the suburbs when Viewpoints returns.
Thousands of Americans just like you were being hounded by the IRS for back tax debt and the worry and the harassment by calling the Tax Debt Relief Center. That one call will put you in contact with a tax debt specialist, and your call and consultation are free. What can the Tax Debt Relief Center do for you? A team of tax experts can help you settle past tax debt. They can help with penalties and interest. They can help relieve IRS fees and age garnishment and stop additional levies and seizures. Stop living with the fear, the uncertainty, and the high monthly payments. The IRS has a team of experts. Don't fight them alone. Get your own team of experts now. If you have $15,000 or a tax debt, call us now. Call 8-718-2204 for your free consultation. project of a company is
so drastically they could have to rethink how you live, situations, where it came from, what you did for a living, where you work, and how you get there. What would you do? How would you change things? You probably haven't thought much about it, but Wendy Brown certainly has. She's a writer and author of the book Surviving the Apocalypse in the Suburbs, The Survivalist's Guide to Life Without Oil.
The book is based on a hypothetical situation, and the situation is that we know that in 21 days, some catastrophic event is going to happen. We don't know what the event is. We just know that something is going to change the way of life, and what our life is like. And I talk about, in an extreme survival situation, the first thing that you have to look at is shelter. And so my recommendation in the book is that people change their attitudes about their houses, and they're not a financial asset, they are an asset in the survival sense.
Brown says that she wanted to get people thinking about how to pare down their lives, even if they live in the burbs. And she wanted to empower suburbanites to live a bit more off the grid and take control of their energy consumption. She goes through all the necessities we need to survive and shows readers how to live lighter, save money, and have a great time. For example, the house you live in might not need to be as big as it is, but instead of selling and moving to smaller digs, why not make that extra space work for you?
We have, 2 floors, we have extra rooms, we have garages, we have basements. And the first thing that we need to look at is the fact that we don't have to have all that space for just living. We can do other things with that space. And I talk about having a business. Why not have a business in your house? Why not live and work in the same place? And that's the first thing. And the second thing is to look at your lawn as, instead of it being, this grass that you have to mow, instead of being a burden, why not plant things that can grow and that you can then eat?
Brown says that a lot of today's workers can do their jobs from home and save on transportation costs. She's been doing it for more than 10 years herself.
You could work from home. You don't have to commute. And I think that we kind of get stuck in our mindset here in the U.S. that we have to go somewhere and get a job. Well, I've worked from home since 1998. And
Good for you.